Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. I hope your Wednesday is going well. Today we're back again with another speed build, and I do want to clarify that at the beginning of the video you will hear cars passing by because it was raining basically all day today, and cars are passing by, and it probably is a bit louder because it has rained. So if you hear honking or cars passing by, there's nothing I can do, and I would like to get this video out in time. And my editing software has been a bit weird. I've been trying to edit with the CapCut the desktop version of CapCut, because as you know guys, I'm transitioning from, because if you don't know, I edit on my phone, and I'm trying to transition into using the desktop version, and it took so long for it to export. So I'm so sorry if this is a bit late. I think I might have lied to you guys. I literally posted a community post maybe like 40 minutes ago talking about how this video is going to be late, but I think I'll be able to get it on time. It took too long. I let the video export. It was, oh my god, it's so loud. It's kind of frustrating actually, because I do like my videos to be good enough to post, so I do apologize. It is kind of frustrating me a little bit, but there's nothing I can do. Like I said, I want this video to be out on time, so I have to pick my battles. What was I saying? Yeah, so I let it export as a speed build. So it was the original video. I think the original video is like 90 minutes, now on 30 minutes. And yeah, I let it export as a speed build just to see if, like, because I filmed a video yesterday, a speed build video, and the speed build video had a voiceover, so that adds extra space. So I tried to export it as a speed build alone, and it took way too long. So I don't think I'll be using the desktop version on my laptop. I'll try it on my new PC, but to see if it exports quicker. If it doesn't, unfortunately I have to stick to editing on my phone, which isn't what I wanted at all. But we'll have to see. I guess I'll have to see. I'll try it out still. But today we're back again. Let me stay on a positive note, because the sound of the cars passing by and rain is kind of frustrating me a little bit. So let's start on a positive note. First of all, yes, I do change the wall height. I'm not a fan of medium wall height. It's so unnecessary. Maybe one day I'll try to build a house or some type of, I feel like medium wall height is more for community spaces and not homes. And this is a home, for me at least. Obviously it's my perspective and my opinion. If you think that medium wall height works for residential lots or something like that, then that's up to you. That's fine, you're allowed to have that opinion. But for me, medium wall height is definitely more of like a community space, more suitable for community space for me. And the residential stuff, like the houses, are meant to have short wall height. Again, that's just my opinion. But this was very dark and dingy. I say this every single speed build, like I am surprised, but I'm not surprised. So I turn it into, it's not like a really colourful, like bright pink and bright purple home. It's just brighter. Like it has, as you saw in the thumbnail, it's a lot brighter. It starts off with a very dingy, it looks like a dungeon, a prison, a 2-bedroom, one with a double bed and one with a single bed, and 1 bathroom. But that was my plan as well. Like I didn't want to, I'm trying to not change the floor plans of these houses too much, so I actually keep this original floor plan, but I do add an extra bedroom. So the main bathroom that was there before, it is the children's bedroom, and then the parents have their own ensuite, because there's like that little gap you see in the parents' bedroom at the top left, with that little indent that goes in, that ends up being their bathroom. So yeah, so they have their own space. I made it so it has parents. The house it has parents, and then the parents have 2 children. And I probably need to cut this bit out. I don't know what I was doing. Give me a second to cut this out. So my voiceover might be a little delayed because I had to cut a big chunk of the video out because it just froze. So we're on to the inside now. I do keep, like I said before, I do keep the same floor plan. I think it's pretty cool. It's not too bad of a floor plan. I think in terms of floor plan, I mean keeping the walls the same. I don't change the walls, but it is no longer a starter home. That's the thing that is different. And I do understand where they're going with this tile, because it is the desert and it's hot, so it makes sense why they have tile. But I didn't like the tile. I kept the tile in the bathroom, and I also put a tile in the kitchen as well. So I changed the tile, though I don't think I keep this orange tile. I try to have a little bit more fun, but I always stick to like the beige colours. And also I knew for this house it lacked a bit of dimension, so, or different dimensions, I guess. I don't know what else to say. So I make the kitchen lower I go down by one using the platform function. I really like how they added that. I know it's been years since I added platforms. I think it came with Snow Escape, the update with Snow Escape, but I think that's really cool how you can add the platforms to make the houses more interesting. So that is the kitchen area. Onto the bathroom, I think I go for, I don't remember what I go for, yeah. So the thing is, it is brighter, the house is brighter because of the lighting, but in terms of it being a bright colourful house, that is not what the type of style I was going for. It was more so just more like less dingy and dungeony. It's definitely more, it is brighter in the sense because of the lighting, but in terms of the colours I picked, they aren't really bright colours. It still has a warmer feel. It still feels like a warm family home, and that's what I was going for. So like I'm trying to perfect the green. In my mind I had this really nice green colour, and you see that green colour that is in the bedroom, the parents' bedroom, that is the colour I ended up going with. I didn't notice it was the colour that I chose, and I think if I remember correctly, the colour that I chose for, because the colour that is in the bedroom is the one I accidentally ended up choosing. I didn't do it on purpose. Because it's the colour that I ended up choosing, I believe I do keep it in the parents' bedroom, because I think that's pretty cool. Like the only space they really decorated were the children's room, the spare bedroom that had the single bed, and their bedroom. Oh no, the basically they didn't decorate that. They didn't really change their bedroom, because I feel like they're the type of parents who liked it the way it was. So that's kind of the idea I went for. I don't know why I went for green though. Like I feel like because it was so dark, they would want like a really bright colour. And with this home, I feel like because I made it into a 2-parent household with 2 children, I do imagine the children to be children and not like teenage or anything, because of the way I decorated the room. I did put I'm now thinking about it, I did put a toy box in the room, so yeah, it's for children. I don't really envision this family having a teenager or teenagers, so that was something that I had to keep in mind as well. Like, what type of family is going to live here? Are they close? Are they distant? Of course, I'm just using the base game. At this point in time, I didn't have Tiny Living. I definitely got Tiny Living without thinking. Well, I thought about it in the sense that, I could afford it, but I didn't think about it like, oh, I need to make sure that I get this and that. But yeah, this is before I had Tiny Living. That's why it's just base game in this video. I filmed this I tend to, with my speed builds, because I don't have to post every single day, this speed build is probably like 2 weeks old. Like I filmed it 2 weeks ago. So it's not a new speed build. I think I only have 2 more speed builds left in my what would you call it, like speed builds I haven't edited yet, or maybe 1 actually. Now I'm thinking about it, I've got 1. Do I have another one? Honestly, I think I only have 1 more, which should be okay. It should last me I don't know, it depends. I think I read, well, because I'm not posting Sims 3 content anymore, I'm really low on pre-recorded videos, because the Sims 3 content were videos I was planning on putting out, but because I'm not putting them out anymore, I'm quite low on pre-recorded stuff. But we're in the kitchen now, enough of pre-recorded stuff. I'm pretty sure these are just placeholders. I do like to do this to kind of get an idea of the space. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the way I did this kitchen, but I honestly can't think of another way I could have done it. But even then, like, I can see the way I'm thinking about it is that it's just flipped. So the fridge is on the wall where the table and chairs are. But even then, it would have been the same shape. It's just that it's kind of awkward because, one, it's not on the same level, which I'm not really fussy about. It not being on the same level, it's just that there wasn't really a better layout I could have thought of in this instant or in this situation. And with the up cabinets, do you notice that they're not the same color? I think that I even go back to double check to see if they're the right color, but they're not the right color. Like, I don't know why. They could have went for that like orangey countertop on the front side. But yeah, you can see me here like trying to figure out if it's the same one. So I end up using a completely different swatch just to make it look like it matches, instead of it being like a dark I'm not really a fan of that like mix match counters and stuff. That's tended to be other people's thing, but it's just not my thing. But I am realizing that when I do placeholder items, like I don't finish putting placeholders everywhere. I tend, as you can see, like I put the placeholders. Actually, I don't think they were placeholders now I think about it. I think the chairs were placeholders. Yeah, I think they were. But in terms of the counters, I already had like, I preferred to like pick them right away because like I feel like with speed builds, there's like a set amount of time that I can handle without getting bored. And when I get bored, it's just not interesting to me anymore, obviously, because I'm bored. But, you know, I want to put as much effort as I can into the builds because you guys are watching it. And also I want to like them too. I think that's part of it as well. So I'm changing the lighting, I think, and I'm trying to find a picture. What do I use? Oh, I use this Apple photo. That's right. I don't think I know I do have move objects. For this to be placed, I think I have to have move objects. Yeah, I do. And I also put the, yes, I like this light. I didn't really know it existed in the game until now. I always use the spotlights. But yeah, I'm choosing a different light, overhead light. So it's a little bit brighter. I think it looks definitely warmer. If you guys agree, do you guys agree? And I feel like with this family, they're not rich. They don't have like a ton of money. But I do feel like they're the type of family to spend a lot of money on renovations to make it more to make the house more homey. I think that's what do you guys see that? Like, I feel like they only have like 25,000 simoleons in their, what's the word, in their bank, in their household. Yeah, they only have 25,000 simoleons in their household. And they're like, they're okay. I don't know what, I can't really think of what. I imagine the mum to be blonde. That's all I can say. I feel like that's all I can think of. The mum is blonde. The dad, I can't really think of the dad, but I do know I had a vision that they had two sons. They didn't have any daughters here. I feel like the mum seems like a boy mum. Okay, now onto the living room area. I don't know what I was going for in the living room, but I did know that I wanted to use these sofas. I've never used these sofas before, so I wanted to choose something a little bit different. And I used these really, what are they called? They don't look comfortable, but I don't know exactly what type of sofas they are. But again, like I said, I wanted to do something different because I feel like these sofas definitely suit Oasis Springs compared to like Newcrest and Willow Creek. They definitely seem like they suit Newcrest a lot better. No, sorry, Oasis Springs a lot better. They definitely feel like they suit a desert more than like the suburban areas. And I feel like for this house is definitely a type of house where I'm kind of experimenting out my comfort zone with like different furnitures, different wallpapers, and even these sofas. I've never used these sofas before, maybe because then again they don't look comfortable. I mean, the base game, you know, the one that has the white swatch, the one that looks like it's from IKEA, they don't look comfortable. So I can't really lie and say these look comfortable. The ones that do look comfortable are the ones that are locked behind something, like the ones you have to unlock. That, you know, the ones where they added new colours, those look really comfortable. I think those are the only sofas that actually look comfortable. I would be okay with sitting them on them, but yeah, other than that, these sofas, I mean, they don't look comfortable. But they definitely suit like Oasis Springs. And the kind of, I don't like using the word vibe. I don't like that using that word at all, or that saying or anything like that. But I'm not gonna lie, they do suit the vibe of the house. Even this plant suits the vibe of the house actually. I think it suits it very well. And onto this little area, I decided to make this into an office nook. I don't think it has a computer. If it does, then obviously it does, but I know I wanted to make this into an office nook. I could have made it into another bedroom or something, but it was very small and there was no computer here, and I tend to forget to put computers in my build. So yeah, okay, there is a computer. I don't think I changed the swatch of the chair. And also, you can see in the thumbnail, but you'll see in a second, in the hallway before you enter into the living room, you will see that I end up putting a rug in the middle. There just wasn't something I could put there. Like a lot of the stuff you can put in the entryway, like the coat hanger, or I mean, bear in mind this was before I got Tiny Living, so I literally just had the base game to work with, but there wasn't really much I can add in here. And I wanted to keep the same floor plan to still make it feel like it's closed off, that, you know, each section has its own section. Like the living room has its own section, then the computer section has its own section, instead of just making it into a wall and putting archways and stuff. So I did the best with what I had. Like I ended up putting like a side table here, so like where you put your keys, and you know, you put your keys, you have a mirror. I don't know if I put a mirror. Yes, I do. I tend to put mirrors anyway, so I'll be surprised if I didn't. But yeah, it's like a place where you put your keys and stuff like that. But that's basically it, because it's such an empty space. So maybe now that I'm looking at, you know, where the the doors are to the bedrooms and the bathroom. I could have put a wall there because that could have still made it feel open and it has its own space, because I feel like this is way too big of an entryway. And then maybe scooch the wall next to the armchair forward by one, so then that can be just a complete area, and it's, because this is a big foyer actually, like a big entryway, so this rug doesn't really make sense. And again, this is not a start home. It does not, I think it's like 38,000 or something. Yeah, so you would need a bit of money to get this, or you can just cheat. If you're the type of person who just likes to get homes from the gallery, you can just do that. It's up to you. But it is not a starter home. And even with these builds, like sometimes I do like to remain in the start home budget, but sometimes, I like to have a little bit more fun. I like to have a little bit more fun and, not have any limits. I mean, the thing is, the start homes that I have renovated, even like, well, not even just start homes, like the houses I have renovated into starter homes, well, the houses that were starter homes, and then I've renovated them out of the starter home budgets. I would love to revisit them. I really would love to do that. I think I'll definitely be doing that in the future. Like, how far can I go just with this really dark and dingy house? Can I still make it into a starter home? Maybe make it smaller. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but I don't think there's any rules when it comes to renovating starter homes. I think you can make them smaller, but I don't know what I would have done. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to think it through actually now I'm thinking about it. But I mean, it's an awkward shape outside anyway. It's basically like two boxes. Not to say I'm making fun of the Sims team at all. That's not my intention. But yeah, it doesn't really have a difficult exterior that I have to work with. So this is actually before I move on, this is actually the children's bathroom. So I mean, first I wasn't actually planning on making this into the children's bedroom and bathroom. This was supposed to be the entire family's, but then I put the clothes on the floor and I felt like that's very teenagey. Hopefully not. It's not the parents who are doing that. I feel like that's very teenagey to like leave your clothes lying around. And also the space with this room was too big. I didn't know what else to put here. Another thing, I guess, I wouldn't say issue, but another thing I've found with EA starter homes is that they're very big. I don't know. I guess also it is to kind of accommodate those people who don't have really high-end computers. So they have the lack of furniture, but they have big space. So I guess that's what it's for. So I can see why it's really big. So this is the parents' bedroom, like a bathroom. Like I said, their ensuite. Like I said, I wanted them to have their own space. And it's not so teenagery. They don't have a mirror, I don't think, because there is a window above. So I believe I put a mirror in their bedroom. I think that makes a little bit more sense. And I don't know why you keep seeing the earth. Do you see that? Did you see that? Like how it was blown? I don't know what was going on there. There's nothing I can do about that. It's same with the parents' bedroom. It was very simple. Had their necessities. They have a rug, they have a flower, they have hydrangeas. Is it hydrangeas? I think that's what they are. Yeah, very simple, just their bare necessities. And I also wanted to use this bed for their bedroom. I've never used this bed before. I'm not really a fan of the base game beds. Like, I guess, because I don't really know the swatches, because if I don't like the bed that's on the thumbnail of each bed, then I don't really pick it. So maybe there are beds I don't really like the look of until I look at the swatches. I think that'd be pretty cool to see like what type of beds, or even wallpapers. I didn't know certain wallpapers existed until I actually started doing this renovation. So I can't judge a book by its cover. So yeah, you see I do put a mirror there. And even with the parents' bedroom, it's very simple. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this white rug, but because the walls are green and the bed sheets are green, I thought bringing in a bit of white would help, tie in the headboard, sorry, not the headboard, the bed frame, like the tying other things. And I feel like if had a green rug, it would definitely make it look very green. Because this house is very, actually now I'm looking at it, it's very, very green. I didn't realize how much green I used. So yeah, if I used a green rug alongside a bed with green bed sheets, it would have been a lot. So and I was actually planning on using this lamp, the lamp that goes three ways. I was planning on using that, but I didn't because I don't like it. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I understand because actually I don't understand. I was trying to figure out a reason why I'd pick the lamp, but I couldn't find it. But on to the children's bedroom now. My idea for this was to always make it into a place where two children sleep. It's not just one child, because I didn't want to. I always do a double bed if the bedroom's too big, but I did want two children here, so I ended up using two beds. I tried to figure out try to figure out what type of, bed I wanted. Sometimes, like, even with this bed, it has the swatches that I want, but then the bed frames change color, so I don't actually pick these ones, I don't think, which is annoying because they have the right bedspread and everything, but then when I have the right bedspread, the bed frames change, and I don't like that. The color of the bed frames change. So I tried these ones, and I think in the end I actually choose these ones. Oops, sorry, I just deleted the floor. My bad. But yeah, I think in the end I choose these ones. I think it looks very promising. Oh yeah, I do choose these ones. Yes, I do. Yes. Oh god, I can't remember. Again, it was 2 weeks ago. But I believe it. Yeah, I was gonna say I do believe I choose the same bedspread. It's just that one's got a different variation, like the gingham pattern. And I didn't really add much personality to these children. Like, I just wanted to look like young people sleep here. Again, we're limited in the base game, so I haven't got much to work off. But like, I feel like these posters clash. Like, this person seems like they're sporty, they like posters, and then they have art on the wall. I mean, they both can coexist. I'm not saying they can't. Like a child can't. I'm not saying that a child can't be into sports and also likes drawing. It's just I feel like because there's two children, one of them could have been arty, the other one could have been more sporty. I don't know, but I wanted to actually try this trick where you layer rugs. I've never done that before, and in the end, I do go with the layered rug look, and I really liked it. I can't remember what rug I used, like, to make it seem like each child has their own side, and I really liked it actually. It's kind of fun, especially because this room is so long. I feel like the rugs definitely make it seem more warm and cozy inside, of course. Not outside, because that's not how it works. I do change the colours of the rugs, don't worry. It's just that they're placeholders to see what rugs I wanted, because this space, despite the space having a lot of space, but because each side of the room is taken up by a bed and each child gets their own bed, it felt like it was kind of getting a bit cramped. So I don't know what colour I use here. I really like the blue, so yeah, I was going to say I really like the blue, so hopefully I pick the blue. Excuse me. But do I change that rug? Oh, and also, yeah, I added curtains. I saw this trick. I didn't realise that, you know, the curtain on the right, I didn't know it was a closed version of the rug on the curtain on the left. So I always thought they were completely different. Variations, but I didn't realize that the one on the right is just a closed version. So you learn something new every single day. I don't know what I thought it was, but I'm on the outside now. I don't really change much of the landscaping because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really, if you guys know me, you know I'm not really big on landscaping or back gardens. So I don't do back gardens. Luckily this house didn't have a back garden because I probably would have left it alone. But the landscaping wasn't actually too bad. I wanted to keep the essence of the old house still alive, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. Like always, I try to find an outside paneling or siding for the house. I choose this. I've never used this before actually, and I thought it'd be really cool to kind of tie in like the dark. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's dark on the inside, but I'll say that it's warm. So like the outside. Well, I guess I'll say it's more modernized. So the outside is more modernized as well. And I do believe, I changed the roof at the beginning. I was going to say I do believe I changed the roof, but I changed the roof at the beginning. And I do the same thing for the foundation. I do change the foundation to tie in the dark, because it's not really a dark house, it's just more of a renovated house. So that's what I end up doing. I changed the roof trim as well. Changed the fence and changed the banister, I believe. But yeah, that is the entire renovation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and also as I said, I'm trying to my videos might be a bit sparse for the next few weeks, because I'm trying to kind of figure out what I want to post, because as I said, I'm not posting Sims 3 anymore, so I'm trying to fill in the blank and creating different things to fill in the blank, so just be patient with me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time for more Sims 4 content for me. Bye.